So now we'll see why two complex number are not comparable. That means हम दो नंबर को क्यों कंपेयर दो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को क्यों कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते. फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे रियल नंबर की बात करते हैं. रियल नंबर में 1 2 3 4 अप टू infinity ना. These are the real number. So we can say we can compare any two real number. Compare means we can say either one is greater than other, one is less than one. So that is a basically comparable meaning. So in the same way, how we can conclude whether complex number is comparable or not, so that we are going to see here this video. So that is my motto of this video, is see why two complex number is not comparable. So just see here this complex number. So in other words, we can say complex number are not ordered field. So what is meaning of ordered field? Ordered field means we can't compare any two complex number. That is the meaning of not ordered field. So ordered field का meaning we'll see here. So let S is any set is said to be ordered field if for all A B belongs to that set. मीन्स अगर मैंने दो एलिमेंट लिया उस सेट को, उन दो एलिमेंट को आई कैन से आइदर A is equal to B or A is less than B or B is less than A. If any of them is false, we say the set is ordered field. Example, set of real number. So set of real number means 1 2 3 4 so on. So let A is 1 and B is 2. So I can clearly say that A is 1 is less than 2. That means real number is comparable. Therefore set of real number is ordered field. So now we'll see why two complex number are not comparable. So let's assume we have these two complex number z1 and z1 is iota and z2 is 0. So we have taken two complex number. So if assume these two complex number is comparable. So let's assume if this complex number is comparable, that means either I is less than 0 or iota is greater than 0 or iota equal to 0. If we assume it is comparable, iota is greater than 0 or iota is equal to 0. So I can see iota equal to 0 is not possible, but now we have to check whether iota is less than 0 or iota is greater than 0. If any one of them is false, then we say this complex number is comparable or complex number is ordered field. So now just assume, suppose iota is less than 0, this first one. So if iota is less than 0, if I multiply this iota is less than 0 with minus iota, so I have this equation minus iota less than 0. So this is going to be what? This is going to be minus iota square is less than 0. Okay, since here we have considered minus iota is less than 0 and we are taking minus iota, so this minus iota term is greater than 0. That is why this inequality term is not going to be effect. So therefore minus I square is less than 0. This minus I square is going to be 1, and that is not possible, that 1 is less than 0. So that means whatever we have assumed earlier, that is not valid. So that means iota less than 0 is not valid. Now we'll see the second case. Assume, just suppose iota is greater than 0. So if I multiply this iota greater than 0 with iota, so we are getting minus iota square greater than 0. No, you can see here minus iota square is greater than 0, and this means minus 1 is greater than 0. So that is again not possible because minus 1 is less than 0. So we can't say minus 1 is greater than 0. So not possible. That means whatever we have assumed earlier, that is not a valid statement. So that means my all three condition is failed. Therefore we can say this complex number is not comparable. So likewise, you can take any two complex number and you can disprove it. That is why we say always complex number is not comparable. So here one statement I will add. If I have to prove something, then that must be hold for all element. And if I have to disprove something, that means if I have one counter example and that counter example is not valid for that statement, then that means whatever we are assuming that is wrong. So this is another way of proving a statement. So if I have to prove something, then prove it, and if you are saying it is wrong, then provide the counter example. Like I have taken iota and minus iota and 0. So I have taken these two counter example, this iota and 0. So by comparing these two, and this is going to be fail. So if any one of them is not valid, if any two element it is not valid, then it is not true for all. That means my complex number is not comparable.